Here goes. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tarek with MaxWaxPax. Today is November 12th. It's Saturday, November 12th, and this is a special day. This is a big day for us, right? Because today we have with us in the house right here, right now, we have Luke the Cardist and his daughter Arabelle. They're here. They're joining me, and we have a project like no other. And I'm sure I've already told Luke I'm probably going to get hazed for this, right? But those of you that do not know who Luke the Cardist is, I'm going to tell you right now. I bumped into him last Saturday, a week ago, at the Dallas Card Show, and I mean, I was captivated by the work he does. So I'm going to go ahead and break off into a screenshot here of what he's got on his table, and we're going to go into 4 screens right here, just like that. And if you look right there, those are some of his cards. Luke, those are some of the cards that you do. You want to tell everybody what it is exactly that you do?
Yeah. So I guess in the simplest sense, what I do is I take existing cards and I use those cards as my canvases. So I use acrylic paint. Via acrylic paint markers, paint pens, and I paint directly on top of existing cards. I don't reproduce or reprint anything, so they're all going to be one-of-one handmade custom pieces. And yeah, man, do a little bit of everything: sports, TCGs, and
pretty fancy. I mean, you've got some sitting in front of you. I laid out 5 of the ones that or 6 of the ones that I've got here. I mean, these are awesome. So tell me, do people usually bring you their cards, or do they ask you to find them? How does that work usually?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I find that a lot of the times at shows, when I meet people in person and people have their collections on hand, I get a lot more of in-hand submissions, and they say, hey, I have this, I want to get it done. Kind of along the lines of how we met. But, for sure. But most of the time, I have people that reach out just via email, my website, my social media pages.
You want to give a shout out? What are they? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's all just so at Instagram's at Luke the Cardist, Twitter is at the Cardist, TikTok at Luke the Cardist, and then it's LukeTheCardist.com. So,
and we'll have links to all that in this as well. So in case anybody
if you can remember Luke the Cardist, you can remember.
That's what made it easy. Awesome.
Pretty simple. So, but majority of the time people reach out and they say, hey, I collect this team or this athlete, and I've exhausted all my options on eBay or in person at these card shows, and I've amassed like this crazy collection, but I want something unique and specific to myself, and that I can say I'm the only one that has something like that. So people reach out, and to make it easy on the customers, majority of the time, unless they have something diehard, they say, I have it in my hand and I'm ready to send it to you. Most of the time, I acquire the card myself. That's included in my price just to make it easy on the customer. So
that's pretty awesome. And one other thing that you mentioned when I saw you at the card show was that Beckett has a deal with you, right? Like the Beckett does some authentication?
So we I've had the opportunity to get to know the people at Beckett pretty well, and I worked with them at the National in Atlantic City in July, and then was just set up with them in Dallas at the Dallas Card Show this past weekend. And we have gotten to the point in our relationship to where they are now encapsulating my work, and they will slab it as one-of-one artwork, which is pretty cool, because up until this point, card art or custom cards that people have made have really only been authenticated for the sake of autograph authentication. So if it has an autograph made into the card or put into the card somehow, they can get it slabbed, but it'll only have slabbed as an authentic autograph, not as one piece of art. So
that's pretty cool. To get recognized with Beckett like that, I mean, that was cool, because when I was talking to you, I had no idea they were going to come say something to me, right?
Yeah.
Or they were standing right there. I mean, like I said, I'm new to this hobby, I'm new to the industry, and so I don't know who is who, but when the guy was spot on, he said it was art. What you do is art, and it is. And I think it's magnificent. I just told you a second ago when you had your iPad out, I'm like, I hate you and envy you at the same time, because, I think that art, whether it be music or drawing or whatever, if you can express yourself and put all your thoughts down or play them, or the rest of us, we just have to throw stuff. I can't draw anger, I can't draw happiness. I just throw it against the wall. So we met up, and I don't know. I mean, it's funny because I came up to you and I'm walking around this card show. That was the first time I've ever been in a card show. It was my first time ever to a card show, really, a national card show. My son and I were there, and I was getting lost in all the cards. I mean, I spent an hour in just one guy's little box shifting. But I pulled out. I presented to you my LeBron James cards, right? And I think I must have come across, like, I'm sure it's like, yeah, whatever. Because I'm thinking, I think it would be great to put your artwork on one of those cards. So did you think I was being legit, or was it like, is this dude like, and be honest, because trust me, I get it.
No, well, it was one of those things. It's funny. first and foremost, of course, I start salivating at the moment you say, painting on one of these cards, because it's like there's a handful of cards that are so well known in collecting and in the hobby that for that average everyday collector are a little out of reach. So just to have the opportunity to work on anything like that, like immediately my wheels start turning and all these, and I start going, but in your defense, I saw the 3 slabs in your hand.
Yeah.
You know how many times I get people that'll come up and say, I have this and that, but they don't ever show it to me. It's at home or it's somewhere else, and so you never hear back. So I was hopeful, and plus, we're able to do stuff like this. We're so close.
That was the cool part, right?
Proximity.
I mean, you happen to live 40 minutes from me. I'm like,
so I think,
it's meant to be.
I think it was meant to be in terms of how close we were at in terms of our houses. So.
And to be honest with you, I took the cards there. Okay, so let's talk about the cards we're talking about, right? So I'm going to put the cards right here on top of your cards here. So what we're talking about is I have quite a few. I have quite a few of these PSA 10 LeBron James 2003 Topps Chromes rookie cards, right? And I had gone up to Luke and I'm like, hey man, what if we crack one of these and you just do your artwork on one of these? I mean, would that be cool? And I would say because of your perspective of things and just how cool you are, you treated me good. You treated me like I wasn't lying to you.
Uh-huh.
I brought these cards actually to the card show because I wanted to flip somebody a quarter, and I wanted to flip them. If they win, they get the card for free. If I win, I get the cash. And believe it or not, nobody wanted to flip. No. So I was like, and I told you, I think I said if I find time, I'll stop back by, and I didn't. We ran late and we had family waiting, so we had to go. So I was like, man, I wonder if he thinks I'm going to show or do this. So anyways, it turned out to be really cool. And what you and I have been discussing is taking a LeBron James PSA 10, and of these 3, this is the one I picked right here. So you're going to be taking this PSA 10, and what we've decided to do is we're going to actually crack it live. And we just practiced cracking a card here, folks, because I'm not going to lie to you, we get one shot at this. So we did crack this PSA slab right here, and it came out pretty good. So we're hoping we have the same thing. But we talked about the fact that some people may think that we're tricking them or it's not real. So what we decided, the best thing that we could do is I'm going to put Luke's cards up here, the ones that he brought to show, and we're going to take this microfiber cloth, right? So that'll be the cloth that sits on the bottom when we turn the card over. And our thought here is Luke is going to eliminate anybody thinking that we're swapping cards or not taking a PSA 10, because ideally, Luke, at the end of the day, we want to frame this. That's what we've been talking about. And we're going to work on doing a custom frame. You're going to have Beckett encase this one and authenticate it. And then we want to make sure that the PSA 10 sticker and slab is there. We want to incorporate those up so people are like, you're an idiot. They're gonna love you, like we talked about. I think people are gonna be like, holy crap, Luke, that's awesome. Your work is awesome. They're like, Tarek, you're an idiot. And I may be an idiot, but I tell you what, I love art, and Luke is awesome, and I think it's just going to be more valuable to me to have his work hanging in my house than it is to have multiple LeBron James cards. I mean, you only need one card, and I don't even need that, but having his artwork is more important to me right now. So, with that said, we said we were going to crack the slab, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to crack the slab, you're sitting there, I'm sitting here, and we're going to end up swapping seats. And you're going to come over here so that the card never leaves the screen, right? And you're going to flip it over, and Luke is going to date the bottom right corner, right? And it'll look similar to this that we were practicing on. So you'll see something like that where we'll have a 2022, and he's going to use a permanent marker to do that. And then from there, you're taking the card. And everybody knows that we have now written on a permanent marker on a PSA 10.
Yep.
It's done. It's no longer a PSA 10 as far as anybody's concerned, sorry. But in my opinion, it will be more valuable. And I don't care about the dollar value. I care about the fact that I will have a unique card that is handled by a gentleman that I completely respect and support. And I think this will be an awesome experience. So, did I miss anything?
No, well, it was perfect, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support and your trust. And I think you can even show the back of that Gronk. The Gronk rookie that I just did has the same date. So on all the cards, last 6 months, I've tried to do as much of the dating as possible. So we will see that same 2022 on that LeBron at this desk, on my desk here later. The same card with the same 2022. So that's our hope, is that we're able to kind of weed out all of the naysayers.
I can guarantee you guys, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I have no reason, there's no joy in trying to rip anybody off. There's no benefit for me. This is literally something that I think is going to be memorable for everybody. And I don't know if we had to guess if I have more haters after this or not than I do people that support it. I'm going to say yes, I'll probably have more people hate me. But, oh well. You know, if you're not hated, you're not doing something. You know, so I mean, if everybody likes you, you haven't done enough good things. You know, it's just the way it works. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess first things first is I'm going to just remove this slab cover here, and I guess I don't really have to worry about it. I'll just peel this off. All right. So there it goes. So right now we are still, and you guys can look this up online. I purchased this on eBay from Rick Probstein in his auction, so everybody knows he's a pretty famous guy. He sells over 1 million things there, and I don't know how he keeps up with it. But
I see all the listings.
No, bro, I'm like,
who does this?
And then I challenge myself. Like, I'll be bidding on stuff that he's doing tonight, and I'm like, he's got them all ending at the same time. So I've got 3 screens over here, and I'm like, oh man, can I click fast enough? Because you know you're trying to outbid everybody.
And
all right,
fear of missing one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So those 2 of those actually came from his auctions a couple weeks ago. All right, so I'm gonna try to duplicate the same thing I did when we were practicing this, okay? So, and just to make sure I have it all on the screen, I'm just going to move these out of the way, keep the permanent marker right here, scoot this up. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to do our best to do this. So, let's see if we get... Okay, there's one piece.
Love it.
All right, now let's see if I have done enough damage to separate it. I think I have. I think this is going to actually separate pretty well. So, let's just...
I love it.
You love it. I'm shaking, bro.
You gotta see the face I just
Oh yeah, that did perfect because I can actually keep it together. So I'm going to put the slab down. Here's the card. It's remained on screen. There's the slab, and it actually closed pretty nicely. So let me get all that out of the way. So here's the card.
In there too. Excellent.
There it is. So there's the LeBron James card. Now, did you want me to turn it over, or do you want to just come over here and do all that?
I'll come over, flip it
Okay,
over.
so I'm going to step out of the way. I'm going to put my face on your camera.
Yeah, I love it. Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, here we go. Card stays there. Everything's up to... There you go. Oh, I've never been on this side. What's
right.
All right, so now it's on Luke to handle the rest.
Okay, so let's see. Test the hands. There's the hands. I like it. Okay, little hands. There we go. All right, so we're going to flip this bad boy over. Beautiful.
Man, these cards are gorgeous over here.
Thank you very much,
wow,
man.
what talent.
There we go. 2022.
So that's it. So we have now marked on our PSA 10. We're good. So what we're going to do now is, I tell you what.
We're going to send it back into PSA now is what we're going to do.
We made this, please.
Surface.
We accidentally ran over it. So you stay there.
Okay.
You stay there. I'm going to switch this so it's only these 2 cameras here.
Okay.
So let me just go to that right there and hit that button. So now there you are, and there's your stuff right there.
Okay.
So what I'll do is if you want to grab one of those penny sleeves right there near your left hand.
Oh,
yeah, right there.
it.
Just grab one of those. And you can put the card in that if you want. And then if you open the top drawer, you'll have a card saver in there.
Perfect.
Yeah, you'll see if you're on camera. So you'll just make sure they can see whatever you're doing.
Yeah, there we go.
Awesome. And then,
Still
the
the
top
same
drawer
one
right here. Pull it a little bit more out, and you'll see some card saver right there.
There you go.
So you can put one of those, and then I'll get you... let me see.
These are always interesting for me.
Well, if you want, I'll get it if you...
Yeah, if you
Okay, let's swap. We'll swap.
Yeah, swap one more
All
time.
right, I'm going to put you back on camera then.
Get the
All right, I'm back now. Yay!
Hands,
Okay, he's painting, but I have a value again.
Yeah.
Here I go. Okay, so we're going back to 4. So let me look at that. I didn't even look at this. Wow. So this is it right here, guys. The 2022. You guys have seen it. So what we'll do is we'll put it in a card saver, and we'll go ahead and put a little 3M tab on there so you can pull it out easier, just like that. All right. So there we go, and we're going to put this in here like so. Like so. I put it in backwards, of course. Of course I did. Of course I did.
The slab looks cool. The crack.
It does, right? Doesn't it
turned
look
out
great?
cool. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to close that, and then I'm going to go ahead and seal that up. And that should be the end of that journey, and then it goes to your home.
Yeah, and then we
And
start
that's
the
yours.
process.
Yep, so I'm going to take this off right here. And there we go. So what we have now, guys, and I'm sure you guys got to see it all, nothing left the screen. So what we have is we have our cracked slab, which is going to somehow make its way into our final frame. We have our PSA 10 no longer, LeBron James 2003 Chrome. We have the sign here, 2022. And Luke, I think that pretty much does it for getting the card ready. What else do we have? What else is there anything else we want to cover before we call it a day?
No, I think we went over, the website and the social. Nothing. I mean, other than I'm out and about. We'll be in Anaheim, in Southern California this coming weekend. I don't know when this will be posted, but it'll be the weekend before Thanksgiving.
This is going to go up today, so
cool.
I can start getting hated today.
Awesome. There you go. I love it. So yeah, it'll be the Anaheim Convention Center next weekend for Designer Con. Dallas Card Show back again in December, and
we'll get some pictures from you. We've talked about photoing as you're doing certain things,
yeah.
different progress, and we'll post them up. And he and I are gonna, we'll collaborate on this one and send each other the pictures and post them accordingly. Arabelle, what do you think? You think this is gonna be cool? I think so too. This is gonna be really. They're gonna think I'm crazy. They're gonna love your dad though. He's smart. I'm dumb, but that's the way everybody. We're okay with that.
She knows the PSA 10, huh, LeBron? She's
Oh,
been
gosh.
hearing all about it. The
Oh,
last
yeah?
couple of days,
Yeah. Well, it officially happened today.
It's
So,
happening, yeah.
all right. So let me. I'll just go back to here. A dual shot of you and me. And I will say this, man. I appreciate you. Okay. I think that I do this for family. I love spending time with my kids, and you obviously do too. And and I try to tell people I always end my videos the same way, and I'll end this one in just a minute. But I will say that. If what comes out of this at the end of the day is more people hit you up and are like, hey man, I would love you to do my work, that would be the ideal for me. I'm blessed to end up with a one-of-a-kind piece of work from you on such a valuable card, and I hope that this demonstrates to people that there are things worth more than money, right? And this is one of those things.
Yep.
And so to you and your family, man, God bless. I wish you all the best with this one. I hope that this gets the name out there, and some people will probably tell you to get me medication, so let's not worry about that. But if you want to say anything before I sign off, man, feel free to shout it out now. Arabelle, if you want to say anything, you proud of your dad? You proud of what he's going to do? You excited? I'm excited too.
Who's your favorite?
You.
Oh, me.
Oh, and that's the best, bro. That is the best
there we
answer.
go.
Where's you have like a little? Where's your little?
What you got?
You had like a little animal that you had on the desk earlier. You want to show him to everybody? Where'd he go?
I took it in my back.
He's in your backpack.
He's in your backpack?
Yeah, he went to sleep.
Oh, he went to sleep. He's gone. Okay, he's night now. Okay.
He's awake. He's just hiding in the backpack. Yeah, but no. Anyway, I appreciate everything, man. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to this.
It's going to be fun, man.
Cool,
all right, guys. So listen, everybody else, to Luke, his family, everybody else, guys, God bless, be safe, and most of all, make sure to spend time with your family, guys. You never know how much time you have left. Go make the most of it.
Yep.
Make memories now, make money later. It doesn't matter as long as you're with your family. Everybody, we'll see you later. Peace.
Perfect.
Did that.